Hello and welcome to the new video where we will reveal the secrets of the richest people in the world. Billionaires are the epitome of success. With their vast wealth and influence, they are the people we all look up to. But have you ever thought about how they made it? Are there any secrets of theirs that they do not want you to know? Well, we have done the research and today we are going to tell you the 12 secrets of billionaires that they do not want you to know. But before we get started with the video, make sure you visit the channel, subscribe and click on this bell icon so you do not miss any of our upcoming videos. So, without further ado, let us get started. Number 1, they are goal and strategy oriented. Billionaires are known for their ability to set goals and develop strategies to achieve them. They know the importance of having a clear vision of what they want to achieve and developing a plan to get there. They follow some of the steps to be goal and strategy oriented. The first step is that they set SMART goals. Billionaires know that vague goals will get them nowhere. They set SMART goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This helps them stay focused and motivated. The second step is to break their goals into smaller or manageable tasks. Billionaires know that big goals can be overwhelming, so they break them down into small tasks that make it easier for them to stay focused and not be overwhelmed by the size of the goals. The third and final step is for them to rank their tasks in order of importance and urgency. They focus more on the most important task and then move on to the less urgent ones. This helps them maximize their productivity and achieve their goals effectively. Number 2, you cannot become a billionaire if you own more than 70% of your business. Mark Zuckerberg owns 13.6% of Facebook, Bill Gates owns 28.4% of Microsoft, Bernard Arnault owns 46% of Agley Ventures, and Warren Buffett owns 30% of Berkshire Hathaway. Most millionaires make the big mistake of protecting stocks. They do not realize that this mistake can be the reason they do not become a billionaire. Let us learn this with an example. A 20% share in a $3 billion company is much better financially than an 80% share in a $2 million company. Number 3, you should prefer using someone else's money to become billionaire rather than using your own money. There are a lot of professions like doctors, engineers, lawyers, technicians whose salaries can reach up to $1 million. But what if you want to reach $1 billion? You cannot reach $1 billion through these ways. The people who know this fact that you can become rich by using other people's money will become financially healthy in the near future. Let us take a look at how they do it. Step 1, they go to an investor with an idea and convince them to invest in their business. They need $50,000 to start the company and give 10% of their company in return. Now their 90% investment is worth $450,000. Step 2, they make some money and hire more employees to work on a large scale. Let us say they make $5 million in recurring revenue this year. Step 3, they then go to an outside investor and convince them to invest in their company. They give 30% of their company to the outside investor at a valuation of $50 million. So now they have $15 million in cash. And the remaining 60% of the company is worth $30 million. Step 4, they will hire experts and salespeople to go from $5 million to $50 million in revenue. Step 5, you go to an outside investor again and give away 10% of your company with a valuation of $500 million. At this point, your 50% holdings are worth $250 million. Step 6, you expand your company and appoint managers for each department to increase your sales. This would skyrocket your sales, and in just 3 years your company is ready to go public. Step 7, you apply for an IPO for your company where you would dilute 20% of your shares at a valuation of $50 billion. Now your investment and the investments of other investors have reached $1 billion. Did you notice anything in all these steps? In all the steps, you used other people's money to increase sales, hire employees and experts, which resulted in a higher valuation of your company. Now if you think what we just said is bullshit, let me tell you about a company that did this. The Arm Limited is the company that followed these steps and has an IPO valuation of $50 billion. Number 4. You must set aside some part your income as savings. Warren Buffett once said that if you buy things you do not need, you will soon have to sell things you do need. This is exactly why most rich people save first and spend later. The key to saving money is to get into the habit of saving first and spending later. You should set aside a portion of your income for your savings. This can be 10%, 20%, 30%, or any percentage to start with. But remember one thing, you must stay true to your habit. And as your income increases, you should increase the percentage of your savings. Number 5. You must invest some of your savings. The habit of saving is an important thing. But you should invest some of your savings. If you earn $100,000 every month and you plan to set aside 20% of your income as savings, then after a year you will have $240,000 in cash, which is a good thing, right? But have you ever thought that the money you saved during the year will have lost value due to inflation, which is around 5 to 8%? This means that the goods or services that cost $200,000 a year ago now cost 5% more, or $210,000. This is the reason why you should invest some of your savings. Investing also helps maximize your income. Number 6. You should invest your money at the right time. Most billionaires invest their money during recession. Recession is a scary word for most people. But if you're an entrepreneur, recessions can be some of the most lucrative periods. Let's learn about this with an example. Bear Stearns, an investment bank whose share price was $171.51 on 12th of January, 2007. But due to the 2008 financial crisis, its stock price went down. Jamie Dimon acquired 95 million shares of Bear Stearns during the 2008 financial crisis for only $2 per share on March 16 of 2008. The stock price of Bear Stearns went up to $30 per share after only 2 days of acquisition of Jamie Dimon. This is how Jamie Dimon made huge money during the time of crisis. And just like Jamie Dimon, many billionaires such as Warren Buffett, John Paulson and Carl Icahn made huge money during the time of 2008 recession. Number 7. Be patient. Becoming rich is not an easy task, and living this dream overnight is not possible. You have to be patient enough to wait for the right time, as you can't grab everything with one hand. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. With patience you can go far. The longer you hold on to your money, the more of you have it. Patience teaches you many things which are necessary to know in order to become rich in your life. Patience teaches you discipline, allows you to seize opportunities, lets you discover what's important, and most importantly, it keeps you sane. Number 8. Do not be afraid to take risks. Don't sit back and regret later that you should have done something you wanted to do but didn't. Take risks in your life because you never know what will click and work for you. After all, you only learn from your mistakes. The biggest risk in your life isn't taking a risk. You need to hedge against all probable risks and losses and be better prepared to accept and face any challenge. This will help you overcome your fear of making mistakes, will instill confidence, and will shape you to stand out from the crowd. Elon Musk once said that if you take risks now to do something bold, you won't regret it. Because as you get older, taking risks will affect your family and your children. Number 9. You should plan for success, but at the same time you should prepare yourself to fail also. There is no crystal ball for success. Even many billionaires like Elon Musk couldn't predict how Tesla Motors would turn out. But he tried, and he succeeded along the way. So if you care about something, you should try, even if the likely outcome is failure. If you care about something, you should do everything you can to make your dreams come true. But at the same time, you should be ready in case it doesn't work out. And you need to have a backup plan, because it'll help you recover from failure. Number 10. Surround yourself with people more successful than you. Most billionaires like Warren Buffett believe that success depends on surrounding yourself with the right people. Mentorship is of great importance to a person's professional development. Warren Buffett once said that you should pick employees whose behavior is better than yours, and you will drift in that direction. This is a good life lesson when it comes to acquiring the traits of successful people who are further along than you are. Because when you do that, you increase your influence and your network. And as the famous saying goes, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So make sure you connect with those who can help you learn new things, grow and advance your career. Number 11. You should think of long term. Billionaires have a clear vision of the long term. They know that any product they have created or any money they have invested cannot become successful or profitable in a short time. They know the importance of having a long-term vision. When you think long-term, you are no longer just focused on the competition, you can focus on the customer. Most of the investments you make will bear fruit only after some time. Number 12. Buy income-generating assets from other people's money. When the name billionaire is mentioned, most people think that they have a lot of money in cash. But in reality, almost all of them are paper billionaires. The shares they own in companies are worth more than $1 billion. Their wealth is worth just as much, but only on paper. Typically, billionaires keep less than 10% of their assets liquid. And when they need cash, they do not sell any of their assets, but borrow money from the bank. They show the bank their equity securities, which are worth more than $1 billion, and ask for X amount. This also helps them save taxes because if they sold some of their securities, they have to pay taxes on it, but by taking debt they save taxes because they deduct the interest on the loan from their income while paying taxes to the government. This brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for spending some time with us today. If you enjoyed today's video, please give us a like and click the bell icon as we upload new videos every week.